best cleaver, and Draymond's so smart. How teams defend us. They're going to try to crowd the paint and show bodies, and especially like me, Clay, JP don't want to come off our body. So there's a lot of help, and he got to the right position. Kind of made eye contact once I kind of turned the corner, because you're trying to see the floor, see what your options are, and once he's looking at me and I can see his body language, is like, come on, I'm gonna seal it, and just a smart play, and the timing was perfect, and I got to the finish. I mean, we know the standings and the tiebreaker stuff and all that, and that's important, but it's more just a good reminder of what it takes to win against a team that you're chasing or stacked up against in the standings, and like a playoff type atmosphere that can go a possession here, a possession there, and even if it's not pretty, you feel like you could play better, you just find a way to win, and that's what the playoffs is all about. So it reminds us what it takes to do that. And our whole goal of these last, 8 games now is to just build on that. And we keep talking about like forming an identity as we head towards the postseason. All that stuff matters.
All that. That's of the
I was down there. I was on the bench, I think, and saw the ref point our direction for the ball, and then there's a point the other way towards their bench to call a timeout. Loon actually got a little confused at first because he didn't hear the whistle for the timeout. But after that, it was pretty clear it was our ball, and nobody from their side went down to get it because it was, whatever it was. And probably the easiest 2 points Loon's ever had and the easiest assist JP's ever had. But it was weird, but it was clear what was going on from our standpoint. We knew him and Christian were X factors, for their team, and if they get going, they're tough to beat because you know what Luke is going to do. He has the ball in his hands, the whole game, and he requires a lot of attention. And as a secondary scorer, Jaden was really efficient. Made some big shots, a couple threes in the fourth quarter, but obviously he did it the whole game. So he's talented. He can score. He's kind of fearless out there. He had a great game. I mean, for the most part, we put him on the free throw line too much in the first half. But Luka's interesting. He's going to get his numbers because he's good, first and foremost. But they have a team kind of formed around him that gives him a lot of space, and he's great at picking and choosing his spots, whether he's looking for a shot or putting pressure on you in the paint to kick out to shooters. And, they made 17 threes off of a lot of his gravity. So you got to live with some of that stuff, and you got to live with him having big numbers because, again, he's that great and he has a lot of opportunity. But at the end of the day, kind of the first question is just about how can you get to the last possession where you have, a chance to win, and kind of how it goes.
20 plus also guarded with the.
I mean, he's showing his ability as a two-way guy, being comfortable out there, taking on the challenge defensively, and also finding his spots offensively, cutting, using his athleticism. He knocked down 2 threes in the first half, I think. So just to know he's just getting more comfortable as time goes on with what we're asking him to do defensively, and him finding his sweet spots in our system. I hope he's having fun doing it as well, because it's obviously showing up in the stat sheet and helping us win, but it's also that eye test that he looks comfortable out there. So that means a lot.